I've heard the game Deltarune and how good of a game it is, and I thought maybe I could make a video on it and work on my editing skills while I'm at it. So I bought the game on Steam on the 10th of June and immediately started recording on the 22nd, and I scripted and cut the video in August before realizing it was bad, so I scrapped it all and effectively started in September. So a great start to my videos that don't consist of shitty Minecraft PvP with lackluster monotone stories. Hey. I can just jump over. Wow. And I'm done. But anyway, I made my character. Isn't he such a good looking character? Don't get used to him though, he's gone now anyway. And because he scrapped my character, I'm gonna skip through the intro. It wasn't interesting anyway, we just went to school, tried to connect with my classmates before falling into the dark world with a bully called Susie. After exploring the dark world for a bit, we found a castle with this hooded figure talking some story about three heroes and that calamity is brought out if the balance between the dark and light world is disrupted. And a dark fountain appeared not too long ago which will put the world into sad calamity. So honestly just boring stuff until we get attacked by Lancer and we get into this cool and interesting combat system. You know, time your attacks, dodge the enemies, like in Undertale. But it looks different. So yeah, after Lancer was defeated, the hooded figure reveals itself to be Urate and Susie left. We find Susie after doing some easy puzzles. I mean, everyone could do them, this isn't hard and probably won't get any harder, meaning I could do the first try every time and my gameplay would be like an hour. I was almost correct, it was more like 2.5 hours, so it was just a slight underestimation. We continued further, shop a bit and find these puzzle pieces who beg for cash in exchange for tips, but I'm too good for tips, so I decline. We meet Lancer again, because, you know, he's the villain in the story, but Susie just tries to threaten him and I have a feeling that she won't be a hero with that attitude. Anyway, we beat Lancer's army and continue further. Finding a puzzle, I just don't bother doing and forgetting it honestly before walking through the checkered path and while dodging the light and beating up the enemies, we find Lancer again, who wants us to choose a team name. I take the paper with the name The Legendary Heroes, the Herald of Fun and Friendship. A bit long, so we're now the Fun Gang. I mean it's shorter, that's a start I guess. We continue further and after an altercation with Ralsei and Susie, she leaves and joins Lancer. We had her for a few minutes and she's already gone again, wasn't surprised really and more relieved to see her gone now. We continue before we meet Susie and Lancer again who declare their own name, the Dark Fun Gang. I should have copyrighted the name sooner, but okay. Anyway, let's talk about the game. It's just so unpredictable and dry at sometimes and it gives so many weird things to do. I mean, we get hammered and feel refreshed, or we make a duck for an evil plan, and it's that unpredictability that makes it for me. The combat is set from Undertale, but with a better skin, and the few secrets like the broken key piece I found while going through an invisible path is honestly pretty cool finding all these secrets. I just haven't found any other piece, or any other secret in general, and I didn't really know where I should have used it if I had completed the key. Anyway, we walked through the forest before meeting the sad duck. Well, it was a short meeting and we beat up Lancer and Susie. I feel bad for Lancer, but I thought it was the only way to defeat them and defend my actions here. It was late at night and it wasn't a weekend, so I kinda tried rushing the rest. Anyway, our team got bigger, but Lancer soon runs away from us. It's like a tradition at this point, and this team has only existed for an hour or so. We'll follow Lancer before getting thrown into prison in a suspicious wall. It must be the exit, there's nothing more. Bryce, do you have a shovel to dig out of here or something? Susie beat up the guard and needs to do the puzzle. I mean, I'm the smartest person. I've done every single puzzle first try, so we do it easily. And instead of her letting us out, she just left. She finds Lancer, gets mad, and tries to kill him. Anyway, they made up and freed us to confront Lancer's father. For people who don't know, he's a king who opened the Dark Fountain, and that's bad. So we need to confront him before the calamity starts. Have you paid attention to the beginning and are still watching this video? Cool. Very, very cool. You get a star. Anyway, we get up the castle with Susie joining the team for real this time, and we go beat the puzzles from the King's Lackey Rogue's card. All I know is that he talks weird and has a shop in the castle. We arrive at the king's room, which is messy. I mean, he couldn't have had expected guests, but still my room looks cleaner than this. As we finally stand face to face, he threatens to kill Lance, and from that point on, no mercy. Yeah, well, we still tried talking to him as per wish from Lancer, but it wasn't in real time. It was more like to say, oh, we tried, Lance, oh no, but he didn't listen. Well, this fight, being the end boss of the chapter, was the hardest of them all, obviously, and my lacking skill in dodging doesn't help. At least I hit the thing for my attacks most of the time, but I still beat him first try. Okay, without Ralsei's double here, I would have maybe lost for a while, but we did it. Ralsei then heals the king, and why would he do that? I mean, he said he'll change and that he's been wrong, but that's an obvious lie. Well, he attacks us immediately, and because of Ralsei I had a much harder time, but we eventually put him to rest. Like, literally, we just make him sleep. I wasn't satisfied that he wasn't dead, but it's what Lancer wanted, so it's a good thing possibly. Then in the plot with Ralsei becomes white, I still don't know why his design changes, but I digress. Susie and I go to the Dark Fountain, and I must say, it has much more RGB than my gaming setup and is less dark than the name implies. We go home late in the day. Chris then rips his heart, or better called his soul, out and practices his pitch with it. I'm not a medical expert, but it seems unhealthy. He seems fine anyway. I mean, look at that smile. For my last finishing words, I did this video completely freestyle. I haven't watched any videos on it, so if you have anything to correct me, do that. I need some tips to maybe improve my video. And yeah, I like the game. It was fun. I can't really say anything more without playing the more chapters, but the one chapter I played was really fun for me and I enjoyed it. So bye bye.